The civilization in Egypt holds many facts which are hidden within themselves and are never revealed. The great land along the banks of the Nile has been extraordinarily mentioned in the modern as well as ancient history. Around 3100 BC, after the political unification of Upper and Lower Egypt, Pharaoh was the supreme for the rituals which were carried out. Egyptian deities were worshipped by the people and were considered as the form of nature that they should not make angry. So what were these natural forms which the population of ancient Egypt used to worship and offer their prayers to? Hi, I'm Ashish David, and today I'll be telling you about 10 of the most worshipped gods from the magical and mystical land of ancient Egypt. 1. Amun-Ra, the Hidden One. As Zeus in Greek, Amun-Ra or Amun in Egypt is considered as kings of gods and goddesses. Believed as the father of the pharaohs, Amun's female version is Amunet and is considered as the female hidden one, forming the Theban triad, Amun and Moot, along with their offspring Khonsu or the moon god, were worshipped throughout the ancient Egypt. Amun was not only worshipped in Egypt but also outside Egypt as Amun-Ra after the amalgamation with the sun god Ra of ancient Egypt. 2. Moot, the mother goddess. Moot, meaning mother in Egyptian language, is a primal deity in Egyptian who wears 2 crowns on her head, each representing Upper and Lower Egypt. Also titled as she who gives birth, but was herself not born of any. Moot is represented as vulture in hieroglyphs, with different integration with various other deities. Moot is represented as a cat, cobra, cow, and even lioness. Mother of Khonsu. Moot, with her different associations with many arbitraries, was supported by many rulers in Egypt who followed the civilization. Osiris, the king of living. Considered as an oldest child of earth god Zeb and sky goddess Nut, Osiris is worshipped as god of the afterlife, as Egyptians believe there is life after death. Painted with green skin in the portrayals, Osiris was a god of vegetation which indicated renewal and growth and took in charge for the fertile flooding and vegetation around the Nile banks. Osiris married his own sister Isis and was murdered by his own brother Seth. Despite being murdered by his own brother, Osiris is brought back to life by the magic of Isis for conceiving a child. Horace is the offspring of the Osiris and Isis, who avenged his father's death and arose as the new king of Egypt, while Osiris became the god of the underworld and assisted for the afterlife of the pharaohs and even the population. 4. Anubis, the divine embalmer. After Osiris took over, Anubis patrolled the afterlife. Being a psychopomps, Anubis was the offspring of Ra and Nephthys, and was also known for mummifying the dead ones and guiding the dead souls towards the afterlife. Having a skin tone black, he is symbolized as the dark Nile deposits which ease off farming and make it successful. With the head of a jackal and a body of a man, Anubis symbolizes Renaissance and takes care of bodies after embalming them. 5. Ra, the god of sun and radiance. A midday sun, as identified as Ra or Re, holds important position in the Egyptian history. The god of sun, who has a sun disk around his head, is believed to have created this world. Every sunrise and sunset was symbolized as renewal process. Portrayed as a falcon-headed man, he and Horace shared an association which led to him being known as Horace of the horizon. Many ancient Egyptian gods have merged with Ra, and many were created by him, as well as some rival gods like Ptah, Isis, and Apep. 6. Horus, the god of vengeance. Horus has a special position in the ancient Egypt. Considered as the offspring of Osiris and Isis, he avenged his father's death and ruled Egypt. As per other myth, he is considered as the brood of the Zeb and Nut. However, this falcon-headed man with a crown of red and white was worshipped as the god of sky, war, protection, and light. The Eye of Horus, or the Vejath Eye, was personified as the goddess Vejath and was popularly known as the Eye of Ra. It symbolized that everything is being watched upon from above. 7. Thoth, god of knowledge and wisdom. An arbitrator who settled the disputes between good and evil, Thoth is considered as the god self-created, master of both physical and divine laws. He, along with the counterpart, Maat, maintained the universe by the mastery in calculations. Egyptians acknowledge him as an author of science, philosophy, and magic. Anubis, or baboon-headed man, was considered to be the most learned god in ancient history. Earlier considered as moon god for keeping the time count even when the sun is not there, Thoth is recognized as the one who created a 365-day calendar. 8. Hathor, goddess of motherhood. Rendered as mistress of the West, Hathor was worshipped as she welcomed the death into the next life. An offspring of Ra, she exemplified motherhood and feminine love. Egyptians offered prayer to her as goddess of music, dance. She is believed to provide a blessing as a helper of women during pregnancy and childbirth. Affectionate, humble, and kind to all dead and living, she is also known as Lady of Heaven, Earth, and Underworld. 9. Sekhmet, goddess of war and healing. Leading and protecting the pharaohs in the war, who is the daughter of Ra, Sekhmet is depicted as a lioness in ancient Egypt, known for her fierce characters. Also known as the Powerful One, she demolished the enemies of her allies. Her appearance had a solar disk of Uraeus, which was coupled with royalty and divine. Sekhmet assisted goddess Maat in the judgment hall of Osiris, which also made her known as an arbitrator. 10. Geb, god of earth. Also described as the father of snakes, Geb was a provider of a crop and healing. With goose on his head, this bearded man was believed to have caused earthquakes whenever he laughed. Known as the offspring of Shu, the god of air, and Tefnut, the goddess of moisture, Geb has an important role in the Book of Death as one who weighs the heart of the dead in the judgment hall of Osiris. Egyptians believed that he held the souls of the wicked. That's about it for now. If there are more gods or goddesses whose names we have missed, do mention them in the comments below. Do hit the like button and share this video with your friends on Facebook and WhatsApp. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. This is Ashish David signing off, and I'll see you in the next video.